Let's get a check on the crypto market now. See Bitcoin attempted another increase above the $34,750 resistance zone, spiked above that to $34,950. And we see the color on the screen there. It's pockets of green and pockets of little pockets of red right there. 34,412. That's the price between for Bitcoin there. It's in the green. Unlike yesterday morning, same time, we saw Bitcoin was in red, marginally down, but most of the markets were in the green. But now it's a different color we have this morning. Ethereum marginally down there. So that's the color right there. It's looking quite in between right now for most of the cryptocurrencies we track. Let's look at the sentiment in the market now. We see it's 66 points of 100, still on that greed point. And if you're one to trade with the fear greed index, obviously following Warren Buffett's style of trading is you buy when the market is fearful and sell when the market is greedy. So you might want to use that, but that's greed there, not financial advice at all. Let's look at the top cryptocurrency track now. Bitcoin, $34,412, 0.18% margin up this morning at 8 a.m. And we see Ethereum marginally down there, 0.09%. BNB holding on that above the $200 level. There's a native coin for the Binance Exchange, 1.33% down. Cardano trying to get back above that 30 cents level there, but we're seeing a big drop there. Sell pressure, 5.21% for Cardano. And we see XRP not able to get to that 60 cent level, but it's reaching for that point now, 58 cents, 2.16% drop. So the first trading day in November, definitely be looking out for what happens in the whole of November. Let's bring in Olumide Adesina now, financial market analyst. Hello, Olumide, good morning.
Hello, Daddy. Good morning. Happy November.
Happy November. Happy new month, Olumide. What are we expecting for price action this month? And, you know, looking historically, is November ever a good month for the crypto market?
Very tricky, but it looks like the bulls are riding on what happened in October. You know, fully well that Bitcoin appreciated by 27% month by month. That was the highest level we saw Bitcoin trading since May 2022. And right now, market tacticians are looking at the next price level, and that is the $40,000 mark. And pretty much, you know, all has been oscillating around the anticipated Bitcoin spot ETF that will bring in between $50 to $155 billion into the suppressed crypto market. So yeah, things have been moving, oscillating faster than a lot of market has anticipated. You know, Bitcoin has doubled in price this year, and the way it's rallying, it looks like it's not a wise deal betting against the asset. But you know, today as we speak, the U.S. Fed will be concluding their the FOMC meeting where they will speak about the interest rate decision. That will be a very key metric to look at, because it doesn't look like we're going to see a spot Bitcoin ETF in this quarter, despite a lot of optimism. And that's because the US SEC had highlighted that they have between 8 to 10 applications, and regulators really have to consider a lot of metrics before any approval is set. So I think it's much more on the US that but now the bulls are really having a fun time.
All right, Olumide, still talking about this Bitcoin spot ETF. Will it really be wrong if you know, they don't get this spot ETF approval? Because we've seen bull markets, you know, in the past in the crypto market. There was no spot Bitcoin ETF, but the market still rallied. Is it really that necessary to have a Bitcoin spot ETF?
It's really very necessary, because if you look at the market liquidity in the space, you see that it's partly because of Bitcoin. And that will really give conservative and traditional investors some high in the market. You know, we have a lot of powerful investors that won't touch these assets if they don't have some SEC sort of authorization around that. And you know, one of the things BlackRock really highlighted was the fact that that would give them exposure. The traditional investors will also have exposure in their fund to price on Bitcoin. So it's a much needed. If we don't get an approval or we get it in a Bitcoin, definitely for close to the 25,000 in the short term, and in long term might start oscillating between the 15,000 to 20,000. But the way things are going, the odds are that we might see a Bitcoin spot ETF with the kind of powerful players trying to get their ETF funds approved. But we don't want
Okay.
a negative response.
All right, Olumide, maybe you can bring out your crystal ball now. What new high are you seeing for Bitcoin in November?
Well, positive news around the spot ETF definitely will make $40,000 mark a reality. The US Fed, hawkish US Fed narrative, risky contagion, geopolitical uncertainty amplified, the war between Israel and Hamas going up might definitely weigh down on Bitcoin. So it's a war of both sides. But I think it's very cautious to be fair that we might not see the way Bitcoin rallied in the month of October rallying this month. It looks highly unlikely because the US Fed is still having that hawkish undertone, and geopolitical concerns around the economy is not making things happen. And back home, Nigeria, the federal government is trying as much as possible to reduce speculative tendency in the market. So that would definitely reduce USD positioning among the biggest African crypto market at some point. So that liquidity we are seeing might at some point be moderated.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting the different tags we have for sentiment with the Fed there. We've talked about hawkish hold, dovish rate increase. I'm sure we might have a hawkish cut at some point for rate. Who knows? Thank you so much, Olumide Adesina, financial market analyst. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so that's the show today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can get more updates on www.channelcv.com. Also join us at 1:30 on Business Incorporated for more updates and developments in the world of business. Thank you again for watching. I'm Ladi Williams, and have a profitable November.